I'm inclined to agree.
Oh my god, we're going live.
Screw it, we do it live.
That's good.
Screw it, we're live.
Moon is playing in the background of your Twitch channel, and they're just like RPing GTA cops standing in a cop station, and I couldn't handle it anymore.
Good. Well, welcome to the real RP.
Did I just watch Ted Lasso do You Can't See Me while sitting in the this March Madness game?
Huh? What? Those are a lot of words that I do not. Is that a sports thing?
Yes. That was multiple sports things mentioned.
Confused.
Okay, Ted Lasso is just like genius television.
Oh yeah, so Rain tried to convince me to watch Ted Lasso, and I got about like 4 episodes in, and I didn't like it. I didn't care for it.
That's really says a lot about your character, I feel like.
Good.
I don't understand, because like 10 out of 10 no notes has been hotel. Okay, I think I get it. Then you're like, I just don't like Ted Lasso. Is it the sports? Is that the part?
I mean, it might be the sports, but I'm just like, I fell asleep.
It's also
I didn't find it very funny.
Sport.
I guess maybe the jokes are better if you are into that type of thing, but you know,
I don't think it has anything to do with the sport.
You know, I didn't care for The Godfather.
Oh no.
But what about The Godfather Part 2?
Nope, didn't actually care for The Godfather.
So you don't like cinema.
You've seen that Family Guy sketch though, right? Where they're all drowning underground, and Peter's like, you know, I really didn't care for The Godfather. And then they start arguing about it. Like, how can you not like The Godfather? It's premium cinema.
It's like they were speaking another language.
I watched the new Roadhouse today, so...
There's the
new Roadhouse is so ridiculous. Holy fucking shit.
But hey, when you think about it, so was the original.
Roadhouse.
Well, yeah. Though the original Roadhouse was absurd, right? Like that's
I was
just
disappointed
like
there was
80s
no,
absurd.
sorry, spoilers. I was disappointed there was no throat rip.
Sorry, no what?
No throat rip. The throat rip was like an iconic part of the first one.
I mean, it was sort of there, but it's fine.
Wait, who's in the new Roadhouse?
It is Jake Gyllenhaal opposite
really?
Conor McGregor.
The MMA
the
guy?
UFC guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
It is wild to see Conor McGregor walk like a person, because it's clear that he does not actually recall how to walk like a person. It is incredible. Like what the drugs have done, and like the weight class shifting has done to like his physical and mental body. Amazing to see on display. Just amazing.
Oh no. Oh god.
Show me how you humans walk.
Like it's literally just like watching like a pretty normal B action movie for a bit with like Jake Gyllenhaal as the lead. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it just becomes like a really weird, I don't know, exercise of watching somebody who's clearly trying to cut back and like detox off of the drugs in preparation for his next fight, and it's not going well.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right, everybody, just getting a couple things set up here, and we'll get started very shortly.
What are these little arrows next to our characters? Is that like just like the direction we're supposed to be facing?
Correct. Normally they're off, but I don't know why they turned back on. Interesting module problem.
Never would have known what direction Wang Doodle was facing if not for the arrow.
That's facing is line of sight's an archaic rule anyway. Like ethics, it's not necessary.
Exactly. That's the spirit.
Don't put me on the spot. I might grease again.
Okay. God, he's greasing out of his mind.
Oh no, you made him
slide
ink
in?
himself.
Ugh. Alright, I think I got all the tokens on the board. Oh, definitely not. I forgot Wang Doodle. Okay, 1 second.
It's okay, you're not the first.
All right. Well, welcome back, everybody, to another glorious Monday, full of D&D. Why is Rain's token not showing up in my yapping board? Rain, can you say something?
Test. Check 1, 2.
Strange. Let me fix this. Your avatar is not showing up in my stream. What? Oh god, this might be huge. Why might not show up at all? Whoa! Hang on. Hey,
Hold up.
I got some gift subs.
Oh my.
Hey.
Hey!
Hey,
you.
whoa.
Ash to mouth. Wow. Thank you, Ash to mouth.
Ah, yes,
Thank you.
Ash to Mouth. This is the one that has extended Devo's streamathon by weeks.
Oh! Well, thank you for sharing the love. I greatly appreciate it. It has been a delight and a pleasure to spend so much time with Kozlo and Grabella, so thank you for supporting both of us.
I was gonna say, I think I posted the dice she sent me. The sparklies. It's for my other campaign. It's cleric dice.
Oh, so I did see those electronic dice are fully supported by Foundry, by the way.
Yes, which is really heckin' cool. They're expensive, but like.
And
an
I'm pretty
investment.
sure Ash just
would be
gifted a
fun.
sub to literally everybody who watches Arctis. So thank you.
Did I get one?
I think
I didn't get one.
There are dozens of us.
dozens. Devo got one.
Do you do space bean dip? What's its name?
Do you do spice?
The Saint of all goofballs? That's actually an excellent name.
But yes, thank you so much. Rain, I'm not sure why your avatar isn't working.
Neither am I.
Oh my god, there's more. There's more.
Oh my god! Don't let the sun come down on me.
What is happening right now?
Apparently, Kozlo has brought in the most generous of gifters. And
It's
thank you.
Brokey, no
Sometimes,
joke.
in the heat of the moment, it's okay to go ash to mouth.
Exactly.
Are we gonna have to like get lewd Kozlo art commissioned? Is that what's gonna have to
I
happen?
mean,
here?
at this
Maybe.
point, this is official NPC in Arctis status. So,
Kozlo on his side with like his arm up, like behind his head, with his like elbow making a triangle, naked but just with a dynamite stick in front.
Yeah, tasteful lewds, tasteful
Look,
lewds.
tasteful
Look, Demo,
lewds.
there's a Faraday 5001.
Oh,
That's
no.
one of his other roleplay characters.
Wookie.
Beautiful. Ash to mouth. If you do want an official NPC, you can give me a race and a basic character description, and I will absolutely add you as a official background character for the stream. Thank you. Thank you for your support. I can pay my editor this month. Thank you. Thank you.
Yay! The real D&D goals, paying
Paying the bills.
making the
Just
content.
make sure whatever character you make for is someone's apprentice and
Yes.
consistently being berated by the person that they're apprenticing to.
I love this. Okay, I can absolutely make that happen.
Yes.
It's an important detail.
My most
All right, listen.
disappointing apprentice.
Oh god.
We need more explosives. Let's be fair.
I will hand draw this art. I am not shitting you. My NPC cost for adding an official NPC in Arctis in the Discord is $10. So apparently we've gone way
boy.
over that.
I will be.
So this will be the best hand-drawn one ever. And it will be
Just be walking
constantly
around and
berated.
be like, wait, what's that incredibly good-looking NPC in the corner? What's going on over here?
Who's seemingly just throwing gold to the masses. So generous. This is some Maginox noble royalty going on here. All right, Ray, I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with your avatar potentially after stream, but I promise you're here.
Sorry, I had to move
Dream's
some
mirror
stuff
images
because my
have completely taken over.
he keeps shutting off my computers.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, I have. I'm being crushed by the weight of all these subs. I can't thank them all. Oh, so wait, hold on. Does this add to Debo's stream time?
Oh God.
No.
Wait, have you
Please, no.
capped? Have you capped already?
There is
Not
no
quite.
cap.
So you're
It's
saying
not
there's a
quite a cap.
chance?
Oh, that sounds like a challenge.
Don't.
Don't. Don't worry, my streams are approximately 3 hours because my players actually have to sleep. But
I
thank you.
apparently don't watch enough because I keep your thing closed while we're doing stuff, and I have not gotten a sub yet somehow, even though she's given 90 subs. See, you have a lot of people here.
Listen, this is fine. This is fine.
This is good.
have
It's like
6,000 followers.
Ash is rolling a 1d20 like every minute and then just gifting
We're up
that
to
many
106 gifted. Oh my god, this is all going to Devo's team.
subs.
My,
in spirit. Because
one
we're
of the
already gonna do a
last-
collab.
Yeah, one of the last shows I did, like they would have either a wild magic surge or like an event. Like the DM would have to add an extra special event if a certain amount was raised.
Yeah.
Per thing. And I think that's always fun because then the DM gets to be like, okay, here's my list of surprise, awful, and/or good things.
If
my
And I'll
if
just add them
we
when people hit goals.
if we wild magic surged for every sub Ash just gifted, I'm pretty sure you would all explode. Or get thrown through the
probably wanna,
nearest
like-
window.
You know what I
Cap
want?
it at 10 or something. Yes. Not
Right, how many?
this.
All
Hopeful
right.
not.
So, question for science:
For
how
science.
many subs will it take before we get Goblin with a fat ass?
I mean, we're me and Devo
I
are
mean-
role playing with one right now.
Are you guys playing
Actually,
Goblin with a fat ass?
We have a friend that's playing a goblin with a fat ass.
Okay.
No, there's a game called.
There's an
Goblin with a
actual
Fat Ass.
game called
Wait.
Goblin with a Fat Ass.
What?
Yeah.
Is this a
Well-
what kind of game is this?
That was what I was going to propose to Devo for our collab stream,
Yes.
Oh,
I agree.
right.
which we had
I know
already
nothing
hit
about
in
this, but
his
I'm already
stream.
agreeing.
But I didn't have stream goals. My goals are just to pay the bill, so I'm just overwhelmed by the generosity. Thank you. Thank you for supporting Arctis. Holy shit.
Here's our goblin with a big booty helping Ash go ash to mouth by accident. Which is the greatest accomplishment of our last RP season, is she helped her with this, and then she's like, oh wait, something's wrong with my mouth, and I'm like, Rox, did you just go ash to mouth? And she's like, yes, I did.
You never go ash to mouth.
We did. We went ash to mouth. It was wonderful.
I'm ready for the Goblin with a Fat Ass stream. I'm ready.
I don't know what this is, but I'm ready to
I've-
participate
I
in
have-
any way necessary.
I've been ready.
I've been ready for this my whole
Yeah,
life.
but the problem is Devo's streamathon is never going to stop.
It's true.
We just schedule it. It's fine.
Because apparently we have very generous watchers in the chat, spurring him on to day. What day of your streamathon is it today, Devo?
So I am taking a couple of days off to recharge because the
Fair.
season of Discovery Phase 3 starting on Thursday.
Exciting.
But the next day will be shit, I forgot.
It's 40
I think 42.
something. Yeah. I answered
Yeah,
my-
42 will be the next one.
I'm glad you took a couple days off, by the way.
Yeah, I kind of realized like this stream is gonna suck if I'm still like exhausted.
Yeah.
But it's a streamathon. Can't stop, won't stop.
Oh, he's not stopping, but the health pause. That's good, because he comes back stronger, smaller, greener.
Scared me.
We can rebuild him.
We All right, everybody. Well, now that our excitement for all the Arctis support has calmed down, thank you once again, Ash to Mouth, for the 130 gifted subs. Thank you. That's one sheesh. And honestly,
One E
thank
for
you.
every gifted sub.
I told my husband in excitement. He was like, "What?"
We
Thank
walk
you.
into a town and every single one of them is a different NPC from it.
Like, oh my god, this entire
entire
city is
town of them.
populated by one generous viewer. Amazing. All right, everybody.
Go to the library, it's stock full of people just telling us to shush every 3 seconds.
130 apprentices looking for masters.
Yes.
What is this, the Sprout Network?
I was imagining more of like a Big Mama's house type of scenario where it's just like obviously the same person and just a whole bunch of different outfits, wigs, and makeup.
Perfect.
Amazing.
Would
All right, everybody,
if you
strap
wouldn't
in.
mind, I hope you would call me Landfill. You know, in his memory.
I will not. It's a good movie, actually. All right, everybody, focus. Strap in. It's D&D time. We are going to do a very quick recap of last session, and then we'll get on with it. There has been a lot of excitement in the great city of Maginox as the town has been happily celebrating the coronation of their new king and queen. Queen Rain from the southern lands of Xavia, and King Eris Lunesti, the once ruler of the Thieves Guild of Borealis, and the escaped prince, now returning to his homeland to claim the throne. And with that, he has also ushered in a new age, hopefully uniting the houses of darkness, the houses of vampires, ghosts, and other creatures of the night under a common banner where everyone can live in relative peace and harmony. And thanks to the cooperative efforts of both of your groups, Maginox is in a rather stable state. After Wangdoodle's hilarious rum-drinking breakdown of the week, it feels like he has been hungover for a week, and a week has passed in between the coronation and this session. A steady stream of Vacarans coming from deep underneath Maginox. The lava drow have lost the blessing of their fiery patron, and now pursued by angry and vengeful earth elementals and earth genasi, many of them are now becoming refugees, as Vacaris is slowly crumbling with no leader, no guidance, and a bunch of very angry earth elementals at their back. A slew of lava drow have now made their way into Maginox, seeking any sort of help or recourse they can muster. Some of them hiring mercenaries and moving to other lands. Some of them hiring mercenaries in order to take back what is theirs in Vacaris. But otherwise, it has caused both an influx of chaos and potential work. Some of them have taken to the town in order to rebuild what has been broken by the powerful vampires that were there before, namely House Hamaki and House Vicadus. House Vicadus is currently currently entirely overgrown thanks to bonsai, and cannot be salvaged. House Hamaki, though, has gone through a multitude of changes in order to not be a creepy dungeon and to have it be a little bit more welcoming for anybody that may wish to stay there. Things have slowed down around the Maginox docks, and Rain, your friend, Kire, and the emissary from the southern lands have both sailed away back to their lands in order to tell their people that your Rain's reign is legitimate. And that she is welcome.
Did she at least take Dreon with her?
She did not.
Boo.
Dreon would not go to Xavia. Dreon would go to Feronia, if anything. And so, you have gotten rid of one thorn in your side, but are missing a sister. The refugees that have been pouring in from Vacaris have been filtering into the slowly rebuilding House Hamaki under the guidance of Laryl and Volka, who are working together to make sure that any displaced Vacaran at least has a roof over their head so they can get settled within the city. For Grabella, Kozlo, and Seaswab, your minions have been paid, and their salary has been taken out of your till. But business continues to be good in Maginox, although there have been some concerns around the docks, the port of Maginox, that ships are starting to leave, but not a lot are coming in. And you thought that problem was resolved because of the fearful captains not wishing to come into an unstable Maginox. But the city is flourishing, and the ships not making port is cause for concern. With the extra help within Maginox, most of the Vacarans have taken to House Hamaki. Some have merely taken to the streets, their pride or their beliefs conflicting with the house, and causing some minor problems around town. But either way, Maginox is a bustling city, full of many mysteries and concerns. The thing at the top of Rain's mind, obviously, accessing the Great Ice Library. But the thing that may be at the top of Kozlo, Seaswab, and Grabella's mind is, well, either making a lot of money, rolling around in a massive hoard, or just trying to make sure that they don't have to go on any seafaring ventures for the near future. It has been 1 week since Wangdoodle's massive hangover, and the reveal that Charlindra has been the last heir to the last bloodline of Novus and Vacaris. And with her death and resurrection and that bond broken, she has not been receptive to being any sort of leader for Vacaris. She is a student, young, and really has no desire to be any sort of figurehead for Vacaris, and wishes for her, at least the knowledge of the last of Vicaris's bloodline, to go relatively unknown. And whether you choose to respect her wishes or not is entirely up to you. House Lunesti has extended Grabella, Kozlo, and Seaswab some warm beds and some good conversation, as they would like to keep you around for a little bit and just get the lay of the land, at least of the common man. Eris has been gone for quite some time and is interested in the more financial aspect of Maginox. But there's not a lot of good news lately. Seaswab, things coming in from Dara at the docks have been very bleak. Ships have been trailing off and almost stopping entirely. No goods have come into the port for at least 3 days. And it's making, at least Dara extremely concerned. Let us begin back at House Lunesti, as everyone wakes up from a full and restful sleep to begin a new day in the realm of eternal night. One moment, please.
Hey, Christina, your mic is a little crackly.
Oh, I'm crackly?
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else can hear if it's just me. But
Yeah, just barely, but yeah.
Maybe to crackle.
like it crackles every on the height of all your sentences.
1 second. I'll just turn that off for now. Is that any better? What if my sentences are really a little bit louder?
Not better at all.
Crackly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
more
fix it.
crackly.
I'll fix it. I don't
Weirdly,
like-
does not sound crackly to me at all.
Strange. Let me see if I can fix it. Sounds okay on the,
Oh, I
on
hear
the
the
stream?
crackling now.
Oh, you hear it now? Okay.
I think it's just
can
Discord
fix it.
chirping. It sounds like what happens when Discord is.
Yeah, it could be Discord.
Oh, I might be getting a little loud. Okay, now I'm doing a direct feed as opposed to going through my voice mod. Hello, everybody. You are very, very attractive.
Sounds great.
Way better. Way
That
better.
is
Yeah, that did
perfect.
it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Hello. Okay, no voice changer tonight for some of the monsters, but you'll get to hear me do my best.
You're great at voices.
We need the God, what was the Never mind, I can't finish this thought in my brain right now. Let's move on.
All good. All right, let me
I
get this
felt that
20-pound cat off my table, and we'll get started. Hey, you absolute juggernaut! I have at least 2 drinks up here. Yeah, you want to sleep on the giant love sack? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Good boy. Come here.
You
Right here.
summoned him.
I did.
Drink.
Come here. Come here. All right, figure it out. Okay, figure it out. Yeah, he's just a Goliath, man. I can't. All right, now we're gonna turn you around. Yeah, I know you don't like that. Okay. And then we're gonna go in the love sack. There we go. Ah, yeah. There, now he's in a giant fluffy pillow. Great. Let us return once again to House Lunesti. As you all awaken for another night day in Maginox. Oop, wrong floor. You're on floor 2. Aha, JK. Grabella, Charlindra, Seaswab, and Kozlo. Charlindra has been tossing and turning in her sleep for most of the night, saying stuff about Novus, Vicaris, and waking up occasionally in a cold sweat. She tells Grabella that she's been dreaming about the people that are potentially being chased by the Magmarans underground. She's worried about them, but she feels powerless to do anything, and is mostly worrying about things that she may not be able to control. And when she wakes up here in the early eve, the bags under her eyes are telling, and she lays in bed staring at the ceiling. She nudges Grabella awake, who has most likely been awake for at least 4 hours now.
You
Bella?
okay?
No, I slept horribly. Keep thinking about the people in Vicaris. Should I don't know, I just feel this immense, crushing guilt of the unknown. It's like I want to know what's going on down there, but at the same time, I see people have been filtering into Maginox for the past week, and well, at least I know some of them are getting out. But why aren't they all coming? Do some people think they can stay and fight against the Magmarans underground?
Maybe we should get in contact with our military friend.
Whose name escapes me at this moment.
Volka's been, well, up above. She's mostly been working with House Hamaki, trying to at least find the refugees that stumble into Maginox and lead them to House Hamaki. Though it's kind of piecemeal, she never knows where they're going to show up, and honestly, I've been seeing her tirelessly travel the tunnels underneath Maginox, trying to find people, or Magmarans.
Maybe you should go talk to Bea and Annalie, and maybe even the Queen, about what can and can't be done. As much as you do not want this responsibility, I feel like you're going to be connected to all this no matter what you do.
At the very least, I want to make sure that the Vakarans that are here in Maginox are safe. I haven't even had a chance to talk to them. I'm not some emissary, but I don't know, all this blood oath stuff has got me with this questionable, guilty feeling, like I should be doing something, could be doing something. I don't know.
You need to decide what that is. But I do think you are a part of what Vicaris has been and what it will be. More than maybe you're even ready for. Yeah, I wasn't ready for all this dragon nonsense, I'll tell you that. But, it's led me into some really great stuff, even though it's also been very hard.
She squeezes her hand.
I'm no leader, Grabella, but I'm glad I have you. You understand.
Well, maybe you don't be a leader. Maybe you be, somebody that helps with logistics or making warm places so people feel slightly at home, you know?
No, you're right. I can still do something without putting me at the forefront and causing all the attention to fall on me. Well, come on, at least let's get up, we'll talk to the Queen, and we'll see how things are going currently. At least if things are going apace and the Vicarans aren't causing any trouble in town, then it might put my mind at ease.
Yeah.
Just 5 more minutes.
Oh, do you need uppies? Are you sleepy?
I'm always eepy. I could use some uppies.
She will scoop her up.
Grabella, Charlindra's grinning from ear to ear.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Grabella is carrying Charlindra through the door. Hi guys.
Oh. Sir, make way!
Yeah, we want to take to Charlotte to go where are we? This place is so tiny but cute.
Oh, we're on the second floor of House Lunesti. They've been nice enough to give us a
Right. We've never
place
broken,
to stay.
You know, we broke into Raven's Blood Place, not here.
Same token, Clyde, I can't move any further out of here.
It's hard to remember all the crimes.
That's a window. You're on the second floor.
Why is there a road outside the window?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Are we all just crowded in the bathroom right now?
Maybe. Do we squish into the bathroom? No.
Oh,
That's where the doors are.
apparently the DM forgot a door. There's a door here.
Yeah, look, there's the door. There was definitely. Oh my god, there's so many more doors. Hello. I've totally been staying here for a week.
Like it goes down.
Things.
This is a big house. But maybe
I
we
found
can...
stairs.
Stairs over here too, though. They don't go down.
Oh, hello. Goodbye.
It's probably both go down.
They do both go down.
Down or upstairs?
Down.
Okay.
Downstairs.
I got one down.
All right, I will remove you all from the map as you go downstairs. Rain, you wake up and, as usual, Eris is gone. He usually gets up quite early in order to talk to some of the noble houses and make sure everything is going apace. You can hear wangdoodles snoring noisily in the couches in the adjacent room.
What? Why is Wangdoodle in my... Wangdoodle!
Wangdoodle he sleeps. You find him everywhere in House Lunesti. Sometimes in a chair, sometimes in the main foyer. He just goes to sleep wherever his mind is tired.
Wangdoodle! Wangdoodle, wake up!
What? Hi. Oh, hi, Rain.
Are you fucking sober yet? Can we go to the ice library?
Hold on. Just gotta check something really quick. And Wangdoodle hops down and scurries over to another table where he had set up 2 glass cubes. Inside each were a half of the sample of the tentacly grease stuff he took from Kozlo's cannon.
No. Wangdoodle, that's the wine rack. What are you doing with your horrifying slime near the wine?
It's wine rack / science experiment table now.
And why are you in my room?
Number 1, wine racks require certain humidity, constant temperature, which is a great place to maintain an experiment. Number 1. Number 2, they're not touching the wine. The wine is still safe. I checked the cubes myself 4 times. There's no cracks, there's no gaps, there's nothing. They're sealed in there, that's fine.
Wangdoodle, what kind of tests have you been running on your tiny containment cubes?
To discern if anything really works on them, 1 cube has been getting small pieces of organic matter, leaves, dirt, stuff, whatever he can find. And the other one has been exposed to small samplings of magic to see if either of them spur the stuff on to grow, multiply, reproduce, whatever the heck it does.
The cube that has organic matter, namely dirt and rocks in it, has appeared to assimilate entirely the earth-based minerals. And now, the small sample within there is significantly larger, about the size of a quarter. Though it looks sluggish, but there is no trace of the earth or rock that you had placed in there before. The other cubes, if they do not contain any earth-based matter, the puddles are nothing more than incredibly thin black liquid. It's almost unrecognizable from the thick and viscous oil that you discovered slapping all over the inside of the glass vial when you first found it. It seems to react very strongly to earth. As for the magic, it reacts to that as well, though it does not have enough power on its own to do anything with it. If you are, say, applying a small electrical shock to it, it will run away from that shock and hide in the corner of the vial. But any sort of force or earth applied to it does not seem to bother it at all.
I'm learning more about our stuff that Kozlo has on his cannon. Anyway, I'm guessing you don't like the stuff over here. I can go ahead and pack this up and move it, but I still got one more experiment to do.
Yes, the horrifying sentient ooze that apparently was infecting a whole bunch of Earth Ganassi. Yes, no, I don't love it in my room, Wangdoodle.
Oh, well, sorry for trying to learn about stuff and trying to get, make a good thing out of a bad thing.
You have your own room!
Yeah, well, that's currently busy with another experiment that I'm certain you definitely wouldn't want in this room.
Oh,
Wangdoodle, do not make me call your mother.
Wangdoodle.
Yeah, she wouldn't like it much either.
One of the cubes you have been interested in experimenting on in the dreaming, but accessing Rain's airship might prove a little bit difficult. But maybe its proximity to the Dreamers or even the Somniari might give you some results. If you place the box within one of the Somniari's rooms overnight, you might get a better reading. Rain is not a Somniari, and, well, Eris has barely been around, and even so, he is only half Somniari.
That's fine. Apparently, Rain doesn't like it when I do experiments either, but sorry for being a scientist, all right?
What do you hope to achieve with your goop?
Well,
What are you
learn-
hoping for?
Learn what it does, learn how it can be manipulated, if it can be beneficial to us, and if it is beneficial to us, package it, sell it, and make a living.
Didn't Kozlo already figure all of this out? He's literally
that's what I
using
know.
it right now. He found a practical application for it that was not parasitic and like all mind control-y.
Well, not yet, but if he has the wrong person touch his cannon, who knows? I mean, this stuff just lives on the outside of it. From what I can tell, just keeping it clean.
And Wangdoodle, Kozlo may have a different approach to his experiments. He has noticed that when applied to his machinery, it has caused it to perform better than it would without the goo, namely making his cannons a little bit faster. It does seem to work well with machinery, and it doesn't take apart any sort of magic, or it doesn't rust the surface of the metal it goes across. But that's a practical application. It's very Kozlo. It would only be terrifying if he learned how to weaponize it.
Right. But no one thought about how do you keep your house clean when you got adventurers with muddy boots just stomping all over your floor.
Prestidigitation.
Oh, sure, prestidigitation.
Unseen
Everyone
servants.
can do cantrip.
So,
Okay, look, I'll move the experiments. It's fine. He takes the cubes and puts them somewhat indignantly into his rucksack. Okay, so what are we doing? Where are we going?
I have no idea. We were supposed to go to the ice library days ago, but you've been hung over the whole time.
Okay. Well, it would have been fine by me if we just, threw my drunk self on the ship.
Well, funny, we're not flying the ship through a painting now, are we? And that's exactly what I want. A drunken artificer in the ice library, the source of all memory for the thing that apparently this entire continent sits on its back.
Wangdoodle, as you look at Rain, she's starting to look like your mother. Lecturing you.
I feel like I'm taking a lot of blame for something that's really not my fault. I'm not the problem here. Look, all right, fine. I won't do any more experiments near your dang wine. Jeez.
Just
Alright.
not in my room with the weird parasitic goo.
It was fully contained.
You literally didn't know that. You had to check.
No, I checked it 4 times to make sure I was sure.
Where are we even going? What's
You
going
know
on?
that Grabella, Kozlo, and Seaswab have been given a room on the southwest corner of the second floor of House Lunesti. Might be the first place to check.
Ah,
I don't remember. Where does this go?
Where does where go? Honestly, I don't know. It feels like oh, that's the throne room in there, actually, Wangdoodle. I actually do know where that goes.
Oh, yeah, we don't need this place. Well, I don't need this place.
The halls are filled with Somniari elves chatting to each other, and they give you respectful bows, hands over their hearts, and a brief pass across their eyes in a gesture of extreme respect to Rain.
I'm going to be honest with you,
Okay.
Wangdoodle. That is never going to feel normal.
Well, that's is learning curves,
Southwest. Does that mean? Wait, are they in the toilet?
They would be
the first
through
one I saw someone
here.
sleeping.
The rest of the rooms would be through this way.
Oh, there's a whole other. See, look, it feels like I've been here for literally a few hours.
Oh, I see. So we couldn't shack them up over in the fancy hotel. We had to put them in the motel on the side where you had to leave and come back in.
I don't know. I don't have any. This is not my thing.
These are the guest towers. You know that there are some Somniari also sleeping here, as well as more Splinterhoof and Apothecary Lyrics after their house was smashed by a pyramid.
If you recall, I gave everyone rooms in my tower. I don't even know why we're staying here.
I don't think I'd be a whole fountain of information about that either. I don't even know how we got here.
The rumpled bed sheets and the creased couches tell you that someone was here, but they're gone now.
I guess they're out for the day already?
I guess.
Alright, well, what are we going to do today? Apparently not go to the ice library.
I wouldn't put it like that. I think we'll be fine.
What'll be fine?
We can still go. We just gotta figure out where they went.
The stairwell, it doesn't go anywhere.
It does. You just have to walk around it a few times. Oh, and down you go. A moment, please.
I feel like I'm doing the, walking down the stairs behind the couch thing,
Plus, didn't one of us, besides me, struggle to, get up off of a couch when we were at Kozlo's place?
I mean, you were pretty drunk, Wangdoodle. We literally rolled you into a teleportation circle.
Yeah, it's not the weirdest place I've been rolled into, but yeah, it'll work.
Why is all the doors locked? Why don't my keys work?
Oh, this one's not, but it's not going to help us.
Wangdoodle finds a toilet.
Did Eris change the locks again?
Seaswap, Grabella, and Kozlo, you are on this scene. You're just in a different area.
Hey, maybe this maid knows something.
Good morning, Mr. Wangdoodle. Good morning, Rain. How may I assist you?
Good morning. Do you...
Queen Rain?
Oh, no, it's fine. You're very fine. It's okay.
Forgive me.
No, there's nothing to forgive. Everything is fine.
Oh, yes. How can I help you today, milady?
I was actually looking for... Oh! Well, never mind. There's Seaswap. There's Grabella.
This place is a maze.
Yes. I could have sworn, we set up sleeping arrangements on the tower, which is a lot easier to find a way around. But apparently, over the past week, we found a way back here.
I mean, your husband has to work a bit. I get it. Homework, life, dream world balance.
Yeah, Eris does like having you in-house Lunesti, right? That is a strong preference for the scant moments he gets to see you.
Well, if he cared so much, maybe he would be around every now and then.
Ow.
Maybe he can make time to see me.
Look, you just gotta plan date pasta nights.
8 pasta nights. Is that like a normal thing, or is that like a you thing?
I think it might just be a me thing.
Oh, fair enough. You guys have
meanwhile,
noticed
to
you
the
do
north,
really like your pasta.
Yeah, it was kind of like our first bonding moment. It's fine.
I want to inquire what that means, but I also am not sure I do.
Kozlo,
open
you have
the door
found
to a lot of
Andenus and
pasta.
Frank sitting over a table, also speaking with one of the housekeepers, who, strangely enough, with pale face, slightly pointed ears, dark scleras, and fangs, immediately tells you that she is a vampire.
Hey, how's it going?
Frank looks up as Kozlo approaches.
Oh, hey. I think I remember you. You're Kozlo. I'm Frank.
That's me.
Hi.
I got lost.
Aw. Well, that's okay. You found us. What are you looking for?
Yeah. I don't remember what we were looking for, to be honest. We started wandering around. I think we were looking for Queen Rain.
Ah, are you sure you're not looking for intense conversation? In fact, I was just talking with Andenus here about the Church of Eternal Night.
Kozlo's like ears will kind of perk up a little bit.
Oh yeah? What you talking about with the church?
We think the sermons are actually getting considerably better. And the speaker is asking all the right questions. A lot of the things that are on both of our minds. Right, Andenus?
Andenus nods gravely. Sitting in his chair, he looks all the regal figure of a mummy lord, while Frank's bony skeleton, his legs barely hit the ground and he dangles his feet in his chair.
We have a lot of
What
questions
sort of
about
things you
undead.
got on your mind?
Well, we were talking a little bit about...
He kind of looks around.
Preservation. Like, you see, Kozlo, I'm entirely bones, and I'm hollow. But Andenus here, under all those wrappings, he's got a body, but it still moves around, even though he's kind of crunchy. And Tina here, well, she's a vampire, and she's beautiful. But she is required to eat blood to survive. I don't need to eat blood. I don't need to eat anything. And yet, I persist on an infinite supply of, well, who knows what. But Andenus, he told me a story that he had to go through a lot of complicated stuff just to preserve his body and magic. And we were kind of wondering, well, if we're all connected. How do you preserve power? What is a soul? Is it the blood that Tina eats that gives her power and beauty? Certainly, if Andenus started eating blood, he would not be so, lovely.
Andenus, taps his fingernails on the chair.
But me, I seem to persist, and I've lived for, well, unlived, for a really long time. But I don't need to eat, breathe, be, or any energy source. Am I the perfect being?
Frank looks at Kozlo, boneless, no skin, no organs, an arrow shaft stuck in his cracked skull.
Lots of questions, and no answers.
Yep, that sure is a list of topics. Well,
We were-
hey, I need to go find the rest of the crew and continue, breathing air and eating food and shit.
Hey, Kozlo,
Yeah.
do you think if Roxy tried to resurrect me, I would come back normal?
Does Kozlo have any sense of an idea of any of that?
No, well, you can make me an Arcana check.
I would assume he really super doesn't. Okay, never mind. Apparently I'm actually a cleric after all.
I mean, for what Frank's saying, it kind of makes sense. Frank doesn't seem to have any sort of preservation or power source required, and Tina, obviously being a vampire, she does require the life force of others to survive, essentially making her a glorified parasite. And Andenus has gone through a lot of rituals and necrotic magics in order to preserve his body, but the power within him is slowly seeping away, and eventually Andenus will just crumble to dust. Frank, by comparison, which doesn't need to eat or be parasitic in order to survive or live, does seem to have the better option, or excuse me, the better, I don't know, lifestyle of, like, the assembled, and they're trying to figure out, like, how is Frank persisting? And Frank has also said that he has been around for a very long time. He has walked the oceans of Coranthia. He was there when Isir was initially bombed by the massive arcane explosion, so he claims. But yet, Frank is a skeleton, and is not propelled by generally a necrotic wizard's magic. He just seems to be, well, Frank. And that is quite puzzling. But do you have an explanation for it? The only thing that you can think of is that there is some external power source connected to Frank that is keeping him on this plane. Maybe a stronger necromancer still has control over Frank somewhere. That's really the only thing you can think of. Kind of like Azrael has control over their skeletons within the cave. They persist now while Azrael's gone, but if Azrael were to die, the skeletons would cease to exist. And perhaps if Frank's patron were to die, Frank would cease to exist. But what could possibly be older than Frank?
Kozlo will just sort of scratch his head a little bit and just kind of be like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Wish Azrael was here. They'd probably know how any of that works, but I mean, if Roxy was to resurrect you, what's to say you don't come back as whatever you were before you were that? Maybe it just turns you into just some guy.
I think I kind of like being a skeleton. My memory is a little fuzzy, a lot fuzzy. I forget a lot of things. But I get to see more things, and that keeps me going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and if you don't gotta eat, that saves you a lot of time.
it's true.
Tina
Well, look-
pats Frank on the head a little bit, but I don't think you're a perfect being.
Oh. Well, anyway, I have a lot of friends. I'm still here, and I'm making more friends, and having new experiences. It is all very interesting, and I hope Andenus and Tina can both stay around for a long time, and we can all have, well, new experiences together. Say, Kozlo, if you were to die, would you want to cut back as a skeleton?
Kozlo seems like very put off by the suggestion of his own mortality. He's just kind of confused for a second.
Yeah, I don't know.
Undead Kozlo Greenfinger, Scourge of the, Den.
I mean, most of my family, I mean, we can live a really long time. My mom's like 400 years old. We just, usually don't.
Oh, why is that?
Bombs, usually.
Oh.
Or getting caught on fire. Or
Oh.
getting caught stealing something and murdered.
Oh.
This one time, one of us drowned.
Oh my. Maybe it would be better if the green fingers were skeletons. Then at least you wouldn't drown.
This is all getting very existential, and I feel like the people I'm looking for ain't here. So I'm gonna go look for them.
Oh, sorry
Good luck
about
with
making
your-
you question your mortality.
Yeah, good luck with your crisis of self.
Thanks.
Frank watches you go and waves cheerily.
I like that guy.
I think I saw C-Swap going this way when I went up.
It's like when you're at the con and like somebody recognizes you who you haven't talked to or thought about for a really long time and just completely chat locks you while all your friends keep walking.
Yeah.
Kozlo's going on an adventure.
Trying to find people. I don't know where
Ow,
they went.
ow! Oh, there you go. Here you
Oh.
go. Right here.
Hey, man, do not talk to Frank. He's on something.
Frank!
Yeah, I have noticed that Frank's been a little bit weird since he started going to the Church of Night.
Cherry, you're muted.
Damn it. Yeah, it's only gonna get weirder. Also,
How so?
well, it's a baby religion. So many things could be happening that haven't happened yet.
Wait, there's babies in the church?
Wait, what do you mean by babies?
Not literal babies. I just mean the religion is young.
There are literal babies too, if you guys recall.
Do we have literal babies? I was not informed of the literal
The
babies.
baby spider drakes
Oh,
that you all are supposed to be taking care of.
Roxy's taking care of. Roxy's taking care of.
Roxy,
Oh God,
the
I'm
zoo
really-
master.
I could have sworn I was holding Charlindra, but she wanted to, ask you some stuff.
Oh?
Charlotte just
Jeez.
had to
Bella was
excuse.
carrying Charlindra.
She just had to excuse herself to the restroom
You
for a
dropped your
moment.
girlfriend off back on the second floor.
Wait, your girlfriend's like an iPhone just set down somewhere and forgot?
I sat her down somewhere and I forgot.
I mean, Charlander, to be fair, is kind of like that.
Yes.
Charlindra comes in and she's dabbing some water off her face. Not like, dabbing, just.
But maybe.
Kozlo
No,
dabbed
that's
back.
Charlindra's coming in. She knows who she is, just dabbing as she walks in the room. Like, what's up, yo?
Sick.
Get wrecked, nerds.
I just had to splash
but-
some water on my face, wake up a little bit.
Or something.
Yeet. What is yeet?
I don't know.
Our word, yeet.
Power word
It's a
yeet.
spell I'm working on.
Oh no.
Oh, that's
Oh, wait, I think I can do that one. Hang on.
Oh no. We're letting them bond. This is our first.
Technically, Seafolk can also power word yeet. His is just differently.
Yes.
Note
mean-
to self: prepare cannon or catapult.
Gerpella could power word yeet, but it's just her arms.
Muscle wizard
Um,
cast fist.
Dude, I can throw this goblin over that there mountain.
She was having some concerns about how things with the Fikarans are going and how she could best help without necessarily having to be in charge, as she is not feeling ready for any of that, or might never be.
I've never really been a leader, Queen Rain, but I feel some horrible sense of, I don't know, guilt, obligation. I single-handedly took away all the protections the Vakarans had against heat, and now kind of forced them to make a decision that, they aren't really prepared for. I don't know. It's just, I feel like it's all coming down on my shoulders, and I just feel this immense guilt, and I want to help the Vakarans, I really do.
I think what you're feeling is something we call responsibility.
No! She really yells. Oh, I thought I left that behind in Mage's College.
You need to figure out what your version of all of this is and where you feel comfortable helping and where you don't.
My version of this was being a straight C student in school, doing a significant amount of extracurricular activities. She uses hair quotes.
Even though you're way smarter than a C student.
Rain cocks her head at that comment. Is she, though?
Charlinder's like, They always say if you apply yourself, then you could probably go somewhere, but, C's get degrees, so...
Sorry, was there a question on all of this? Am I supposed to be answering something for you?
Yeah, with this responsibility, I guess I wanted to ask how things are going at House Hamaki and how the Vakaran refugees are doing. Have they been acclimating to the city? Have they been causing trouble?
I have absolutely no idea. Have you tried going to House Hamaki to find out?
To be fair, I will admit I've been pretty anxious. I'm, again, just some random person, trying not to put myself at the forefront of anything. But you are the queen, and you guys, she gestures to everybody, are respected because you have tangible skills, whether it's in business, contract writing, seafaring, artificery, raw strength and beauty. And me, I'm just some sea student from the Obsidian Halls who feels really guilty about breaking the bond of an entire race of people that has been going on for hundreds of years.
Arlindra, have I ever told you about the time that I completely wiped out the ruling houses of a city and then ended up being suckered into marrying a hot vampire boy and becoming his queen?
Is that this story?
That's literally the story, yes. Have I told you that story?
No.
I just did.
Oh.
Yep, it just happened right now.
See, you're putting a lot more pressure on yourself instead of getting in there and seeing what works and what doesn't. I can guarantee you half the time we don't have plans.
You just have to find your hot vampire boy, or in this case, your hot reborn girlfriend.
I have.
Tell you something.
Yeah, C-Swap.
I'm a Kenku, okay? We live in giant cities of other Kenku. I'm supposed to roll with like 4 Kenku the rest of my life. Have you ever seen another Kenku around here? No. You know why? I wanted to do something different. The one thing I wanted to do, made me miserable. I wanted to be a sailor, and I get seasick. How does that make sense? It doesn't. But
He'd
guess
be a
what?
great sailor if he wasn't vomiting all the time.
Oh,
Just
that's
see someone
awful.
side-eye Scribella. I'm making a point here. The point is sometimes the things you want to do aren't necessarily the things you're meant to do. Sometimes the things you're meant to do aren't the things you want to do. But that's life.
You learned a lot about economics doing your extracurricular activities and how a structure of some sorts needs to exist. But you're also good with your magmancy, maybe figuring out where people need to go back to school. Getting people settled into that would be a good thing. There's a lot of smaller jobs that you can take a little bite of until you figure out what tastes the best. Like pasta.
Like pasta. Do you
You're
think if
putting
I...
this big weight on your shoulders instead of seeing what you can do and then what you also like to do.
Queen Rain, would it be alright if I went to House Hamaki and asked Volka if she needed any help?
I think that sounds like a wonderful idea.
Is that
I'm
all
sorry,
right?
who's Volka?
Oh, Grabella.
She was one of the higher ups in the military. She's our friend that we definitely didn't go drinking and gambling with once.
Aha.
She's
Yeah, that
sweet,
seems
though.
like a great idea.
She's a
I suppose,
higher
if that's what
ranking
you want to do.
protector of Akaris, but she's still doing her duty, even though she doesn't necessarily have a land still to protect. And I guess I want to be a little bit more like Volka.
Yeah, maybe minus the not liking reborn, but we're getting there. Small steps.
Yeah, I'm just hoping with enough time here in Maginox that even the Vakarans will see that this city is beautiful. It's so full of, and forgive the saying, life for a place of eternal darkness. Rain and Eris have done something beautiful here. And finally brought together all these people under a common banner. I just don't even know where to start with that. But at least helping Volka might be at least step one.
And you always have Peya and Annalie to go to. And definitely not get distracted by the booba.
All right. Well, if you can spare not waking up next to me, Grabella, I'll go to House Hamaki and work with the refugees and at least try to make them feel more at home. Would you be all right with that?
Yeah, I'll come by at some point and hopefully not get yelled at for being a dragon.
All right.
Oh, we found out it wasn't the dragon's fault.
What do you mean?
I can't remember where we got that information.
You got it from
Wasn't it the
you got it
blood
from
mage?
No, you got it from Charlindra.
Remember how the blood dragon or the dragon that attacked you guys was like tainted or something?
Oh yeah,
With
it
the goo?
came to me like in flashes as whatever Sita was doing was unraveling these runes on my bones.
And maybe you should talk to somebody with magic powers, because you've obviously got something pretty special going on with your runes and having these dreams and visions and stuff. You're gonna be important in some way.
I'm pretty
That's for
sure
certain.
those runes were put there by the Blood Hag in order to conceal me from Novus. But it seemed to unlock a lot of other things. Her blood magic as well. Not
Well, now
knowledge
you
of it,
get to
just knowledge
decide.
of what she's done.
Well, now you get to decide what the runes are and how you use them and what they're for. Yeah?
She looks at her hands. I suppose.
Obviously, you should consult many experts before doing such things, because I wouldn't know where to start. But Maginox is full of people like that.
I've only heard that they utilize blood magic in Magmara because they've been cut off from normal forms of magic via the ley lines, and they've resorted to tapping themselves for power as opposed to the ambient magic coming from Arctis in order to fuel their, well, magical abilities.
See? You're already doing smarter things than I could think of.
Oh, we just learned that in the Obsidian Halls.
Well, maybe somebody needs to organize and practice and get people to teach that. Practical instead of internal magic stuff.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Since it's been some number of days, does Rain get the impression that Charlindra is a sorcerer or a wizard? Like, does she actually need to study?
She's a wizard.
She's just like very unconfident in her skills.
Yeah,
what
she's
she
a
can do,
wizard
and-
that has a very narrow specialization. She really
Yeah.
only knows fire and like lava manipulating spells.
So, but just because of her specialization, there may be additional potencies regarding that. The Vakarans are, like, notably extremely good about handling fire and lava.
Well, if you ever want to learn any useful magic, doesn't exactly require you to burn people alive, let me know.
Charlindra wrinkles her nose. I think I've had enough studying for a few years at least. But
Well,
thank you. I'm sure that might come in handy someday. I'm more focused on helping the Vakarans.
yeah.
So I'll put my efforts towards that.
And if they need money or resources or something, I'll see what I can do, yeah?
Yeah. All right. She gives Gorbella a cautious hug around the spiked armor. All right, I'll be back soon. And Charlindra leaves.
So just to be clear, you have told her that you are going to the ice library, yes?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So
what's
she's not
that
gonna
look?
she's not gonna be surprised when she comes back and you're not here?
No. But I
Okay.
told her. It's fine.
She just seemed very confident that you would be here when she came back.
She also just said she was gonna be gone for several days.
True. I think we're gonna be gone for a lot longer than that.
Oh. I don't understand how this works. I'm just here to hit things.
Well, apparently it takes a week for Wangdu to recover from a hangover, so I don't apparently know how time works either.
It's fine.
The southern door opens and a Ravenfolk guard steps in. My queen.
Yes. Come on in.
He shuts the door behind him. You are currently being summoned to the port of Maginox. The dockmaster wishes to see you regarding some sailor and news he brings from afar. I have not received details, but I can confirm that there is at least one sea elf at the docks, as well as the dockmaster.
And this requires my attention because?
It requires mine.
He looks over at Sea Swab, nods. I was told it was extremely urgent and regarding the current lack of ships visiting the port.
Which could be a problem real fast for everyone if we don't figure that.
Something
Keep
that
in
affects
mind that there's
all
nobody
of
coming in
Maginox.
to trade goods. Am I right or am I right?
Yes, sir, you are correct.
All right.
Well, I suppose we go to the docks then, yes?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sea Swab, you know that Dockmaster Dara's in the most southernmost building in the port of Maginox.
Okay, I gotta zoom out here.
It will not be on this map.
Oh.
But apparently she is on this map.
Found her.
No.
Oh.
Hello.
Well, I came here myself just in case the bird wasn't urgent enough. She looks pointedly at Sea Swab, and they named you by name. They say they have information on why the ships aren't coming in anymore, and they wish to regale us a tale. Oh, my queen, if you wish to know exactly what's going on in the oceans between Maginox and the southern continent, I suggest giving him an audience.
insight check that my queen business that she drops.
Go ahead. You do not know this woman, but just judging by the mild disdain coming from her and the fact that she is a drow, she may have some Hamaki loyalties, or maybe just a sore spot.
Yeah, that's what happens when y'all get your asses kicked. All right, I guess.
It's a sore butt. That's what it is.
Yeah. All right, well, lead the way, or are they coming here?
Oh, no. No. We'll be going to the port.
It's a sea elf. They never go this far into dry land.
They tend to not like it very much, no.
Well, then let's go.
All right, one moment, please.
No, it's not like we're trying to save the damn world or anything. Nope. Gotta go talk to somebody about why they can't get more stuff.
You know how it is. You start with this world-saving adventure, but then someone's still got to get the weeds out of the yard, and they don't want to do it themselves.
Some point, rampant consumerism sets in. You're right.
Now, if you had something that could go out there and just devour the weeds for you, and also keep noisy pests out of your, out of your garden, there's a market for that.
Are you pitching your weird slime again, Wangdoodle?
It's not fully tested yet. I'm having some ideas, but listen. I think it's a service that people want.
You know what also works for that? Goats.
He's got a point.
There's also not much of a place you can rule over if there's nothing to come back to if you save it.
That only sort of works until, the world actually ends, though.
Are you serious? I thought the goat uprising was just a myth.
Know what you guys have been doing, but the three of us and Ezreal,
Dara points this way, please.
We tend to just let stuff go, and it tends to work itself out. So
I usually prescribe to the blow it up first, ask questions later school.
Grabella will take up the bag.
Amidst the dusting of snow and the multitude of storage buildings over at Port Maginox, Dara leads you to the southern building. There is a very expensive-looking piece of artwork on the wall. That was created by your wild magic.
Oh. Is the room too small?
It is not.
Everybody just needs to move into the room.
Everybody just needs to move. Might need to remove the roof here. Hang on.
There you go.
Well, if it isn't Admiral Almus.
Well, if it isn't the daring, dashing, and occasionally vomiting sea swab. What a delight.
Well, if it isn't...
He's
I
getting
don't know
pretty
whose turn
now.
it is.
A dashing sea elf sits at the table, across from Dara. Legs crossed, he looks everything like a very dashing and handsome pirate captain, including cutlass at his waist and all. His hair flows like sea kelp, and his skin is a luminous shade of ocean blue. He gives everyone a cocky smile and adjusts some of the pins on his heavy coat. Well, thank you all for seeing me today. And, Seaswab, I'm frankly surprised that I didn't see you behind that table. But apparently you're her boss. I'm even more impressed.
Hey, work pays off once you stay on dry land. You're not throwing up every 20 minutes.
It is good to see you, Seaswab.
It's been a while since the princess tried to run away with you, huh?
Won't be the first, won't be the last.
That's fair.
But
Tell me about
anyway,
this one here.
she'll get over it in time. I have, unfortunately, some more pressing news. And unfortunately, it does affect some of the commerce and trade. That also affects me. So I'm hoping you help me, I help you, we help we, and hopefully your little dock problem will go away. Dara says
Sounds
you're...
like a pretty big dock problem if you've stayed on dry land this long to come tell me.
The smile that crosses his face is more mischievous than anything. Danger lurks around every wave. And the southern waters between, well, Maginox, Borealis, and Xavier are as tumultuous as ever. But the merfolk that patrol the waters are unfortunately not quite doing their job lately. He gestures for everyone to sit. Please sit, get comfortable, let me regale you a tale from the seas.
Garbella just leans against this bookshelf.
As you may know, there is a significant amount of sea travel and trade between the southern region of Xavier and Arctis itself. Airship travel is a non-thing, and thus, if you wish to get onto this continent, it must be by ship. And it makes captains like me a job that is highly, highly respected and needed, especially if you like getting in goods on the cheap. Now, he kind of looks over at Kozlo and back at Seaswab and back at Kozlo, although we are in interesting company. He
What's that
looks...
supposed to mean?
Well, Kozlo, you have quite the reputation amongst fellow captains that you have blown up more ships than half of the Corinthian army.
Man, people really gotta learn how to pack their bombs better.
Kozlo, you slacking?
Gunpowder is not something that is native to Arctis, but populates Xavier to an extent, and thus getting it across the seas in one piece is treacherous at best and smuggled in at worst. Kozlo is particularly known for smuggling in some of that gunpowder, amongst other things, containing a significant amount of gunpowder, from overseas and into Arctis.
Kozlo just kind of puffs up his chest a little bit, like he's proud of this, like, good press he's getting currently.
And meanwhile, native Arctans generally require or rely on powdered Borean shards in order to fuel their various apparati. But I digress. He straightens his coat and continues. The waters are patrolled by the merfolk, the tritons, and the sea elves that live in the ocean depths, namely around the city, the sub-aquatic city of Coranthia. There are small islands, of course, between Arctis and Xavier as well, namely small trading ports, and where the captain can get a good drink every now and again. You hear some rumors, you exchange some information, do a little trading, and so on. Well, he reaches into his pocket, and he pulls out a small bag. He puts it on the table. That's some very, very interesting news, in fact. One that involved a bit of human trafficking. There was a shipment, namely of gnolls, headed towards the outskirts of Coranthia. That ship sank, taking a significant amount of gnolls underwater with it. Eventually, he pulls out a small shell. It looks like a conch. He places it on the table. There's been rumors about a certain powerful sorceress who lives underneath the waves outside of Coranthia, building an army, hopefully, in order to invade the city, conquer it, and control the waves and the trade between Xavia and Arctis. This particular sorceress has been purposefully sinking ships and taking the denizens down to the depths and changing their form into something that can withstand the waters. She has significantly stalled and subdued the Corinthian army that normally patrols the waters and makes sure that the ships traveling from Xavia to Arctis are safe. But now, without the army to protect the ships, she's been specifically targeting political figures in order to gain perhaps more attention. Namely, he looks at Rain. There may be word that some foreign dignitaries returning from Maginox, specifically ones that have recently welcomed in a new queen, have had their ship taken by this dreadful sorceress. Their names, what is it? Ah, yes. Was it Lucia and Kire? I
And
dare
the
say.
sorcerer's name?
The sorceress's name is Nerys Flowborn. She is a long-lived sea elf that has been at the bane of the Corinthian elves' existence for quite some time, and she wants nothing more to control the flow of information coming from Xavia to Arctis.
And are you some official envoy from the Corinthians, requesting the aid of Maginox to deal with this?
No. I dare say this is entirely personal. With this sorceress now disrupting the ships coming in and out, that does mean my ships as well. I dare say I made it here by the skin of my teeth. My friends were not as lucky, and most of them are stranded in the ports. Daring to, well, not really daring to make it to Maginox, and too scared to try and return to Xavia. I come here to beseech you for help. Not only will this return your bustling city to the trade town that it was before, but it will also make sure that I can do my business properly as well. And I knew Sea Swab had made it to Maginox, and old friends, rubbing elbows. You know. I've helped him out in the past, and I was hoping the favor could be returned.
I seem to remember favors being the other way, but
Tit for tat? Who's really counting, Sea Swab? Why, I thought all was forgiven after I gave you that large barrel of rum.
yeah, it was forgiven, and then it was forgotten because I drank it all.
Such is the way of the seas.
We are looking for some unique booze for Kozlo's den, but that is definitely besides the point at the moment.
Well, if it's booze you're looking for, Almus is the one to go through. Isn't that right, Almus?
I do have a very delightful trade route opening up. If those damnable sorceress minions weren't getting in my way, but yes. I would love to return a steady flow of illicit boozes to Maginox, of course. Tax-free, correct. I want to make as much profit as possible.
Kozlo and Seaswab, do we think this sorceress might be a certain one that we were supposed to go looking for at one point?
Oh, how fascinating. You have a tendency to just ignore things and the problems go away, huh?
Never. They always come back, but...
Oh no, sorry. I was just throwing Seaswab's words back in his face from literally just moments ago.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, but
could you
Almus
just...
also forgot the other big problem. How they expected me to make it by boat all the way there to take care of it.
You could describe the sorceress to us real quick.
Without having direct dealings, I can only give you a recount of what I've heard in whispers and fables. She's a great merfolk beauty. A tale as lustrous and silvered, sparkling in the moonlight. She is supposedly the pearl of the seas, an illustrious beauty with skin shining like a beautiful pearl, and hair flowing like seaweed.
No, we're sure that's not some sort of trap.
Again, I only can tell you what I've recalled from other people speaking about Nerys. Although she is greatly feared for her powers and mastery over the waves, she is a beauty.
I can't remember the description, but wasn't she like tentacly and terrifying?
She was a undead kraken, and
Right.
her her tentacles were half rotting off. Some of her tentacles were only just bits of sucker still hanging on. She was essentially just a rotting corpse with the lower half of a great kraken.
Urbella's gonna draw a very bad drawing of that.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
He looks, thankfully no. I only deal with comely woman.
Well,
How charming you
Hopefully-
are.
hopefully this isn't, well, that isn't this in disguise. That's my only concern.
But
Which would mean she's a phylactery.
There you go.
What?
For a certain lich.
Oh, yes. Ignoring problems and they go away. Perfect.
Well, yeah.
Well, do we have a location where we can find her? Or the ship that she supposedly seized?
well, on one hand, I can give you a general location outside of Caranthia, where it is rumored that Nerys has her domicile. The problem is, it is deep, deep under the waters of the ocean, and I fear that may be a bit out of your elements.
We've always figured some stuff out.
But
Do you have another proposal?
I do. I mentioned that some of the islands in between Maginox and the southern continents are riddled with islands that are open for trade. Commonly, to prevent drowning or for smugglers that at least wish to make it back alive, you can occasionally find magical rings that allow for the breathing of water. Though you would have to find a boat to get you out there initially.
I don't think transportation will be a problem.
He nods.
Yes,
But-
Almus, I've moved on to airships where I do not get as sick.
I dare say you cannot take an airship to any of these islands. The barrier does not allow it.
Well, fuck.
Thus,
No.
Area.
What do we got for hire around here?
what, the great magical barrier that separates Arctis and the southern continent of Xavier. The impenetrable one.
Yes, the impenetrable one. Right. The one that is penetrated on the daily.
No,
There
I'm
are-
sure Wang Doodle or Kozlo could find some way around that.
You know me, I'm always good at penetrating.
I ate
don't
all
that I
of
break
this.
it?
No, it is not a fact of breaking the barrier. It's that generally power sources that come from Arctis, namely things that are powered by Borean shards, tend to lose their luster the farther they get from Arctis. And thus airships tend to go when he makes little splashing noises into the waters before even remotely reaching Xavier. Thus, a ship does not require anything but the wind itself.
I feel like airships.
Well, Ren, you said you
probably
wanted to
also
save
need-
the world. There's plenty of different things trying to destroy it.
Daria, do you know if there's anybody around, or Dara, sorry, that would be interested in helping with this, or is Admiral Almus here our best shot?
What, do you mean, like, actually getting to the island? Do you think you're going to get that bird brain back on a boat? That's not going to happen. She points at Seaswab.
We'll make him, we got 2 artificers here, we'll make him
Don't
some
worry
sea
about what
legs.
I'm going to be able to do and not do. Check the
What?
logs. Who's available?
Yeah. Also, Kozlo and Wang Doodle start thinking about ways to make Sea Swab some sea legs.
Yeah, sure. We can make some like auto-inflating, like protective, like circular device that he could just hold on to.
Yeah, or like just something that keeps him balanced.
He tosses the small conch to Seaswab. Here, catch. You catch it. It is not very big. It's about the size of your fist. And it looks like it has a small opening in one end and a mouthpiece settled on one side. This is a token of Ridoron. It is not the conch of Ridoron. It's significantly larger, but this one is sacred to the Sahagin. Consider it a favor. Once you go to the trading isles, the Sahagin are servants of Neris. They would be very, very willing to trade for this. And it could lead you in the right direction.
Well, looks like I'll bail you out again, Almus.
Bailing me out? You know if I can't get my booze to Maginox, then all your bars go dry. And what's worse than a drunk vampire, a sober vampire? Nobody wants to be sober in a city of eternal night. This is good for all of us. And plus, you don't want any political issues between the southern continents and Maginox now, do you, milady?
I don't like you very much.
You're
You're just kind of a smug bastard, aren't you?
I can't say I'm very popular with the married crowd. He points at your ring.
Oh, you just keep digging. It's incredible, actually.
You don't have to do it for me. Seaswap may have to do it for me, but you need to do it for your city. Sorry to give you a little more obligation, milady, but... He shrugs.
Just let's get one thing clear. Seaswab doesn't have to do anything for you. And secondly, it sounds like this is me bailing out an entirely other country. And conveniently bailing you out as well. So no, you will not be importing tax-free. I look forward
What?
to your tax payments arriving precisely on time every single time you come into port.
What? Sea Swab? She
Dara,
can't-
please ensure to personally oversee and audit Admiral Almus's intake.
Of course, my queen. Dara gives him a very, very wicked grin. What was that tax rate, my queen? 20%?
Oh,
That's
I don't know.
highway
Whatever.
robbery.
Whatever you think is appropriate, Dara. I don't really lower
We'll
myself to
draw
such
up
things.
the contract of taxes afterwards, won't we, Almus?
Ridiculous. Sea Swab, you know this is highway robbery. Seaside robbery.
There wouldn't be anything to rob if it wasn't for us.
I suppose, but your city will wither without being, without my imported goods.
I think we'll manage without you, Almus, but I would very much like to see you able to continue doing business in Maginox, one of the largest metropolitan areas in the entire continent, of course.
He clears his throat. I would love to continue doing business in Maginox, of course, for the right margins. Though I hear that the docks of Borealis are quite dry as of late.
Well, we'll see what happens once we clean up this little shipping issue then.
Wonderful. There's a knock at the door.
Sea Swab, Dara?
What now? I can't open the door from the inside.
Oh, that's strange. Hold on.
Okay, it's occupied.
No more locked doors. Let me out!
What?
Let me out!
Unlocked.
Hey,
Yeah, what's up?
there's some stuff coming out of the water.
What kind of stuff?
Could you perhaps be slightly more descriptive?
Big fish people, some undead-looking guys who look really soggy.
Oh,
He looks back at
delightful.
Almus like, you brought it here? Really?
Perhaps they followed me. It was not my intention. He looks not guilty at all. My ship is very important to me, you know, Sea Swab.
Yeah.
Let me insight check this motherfucker.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah. Rain is convinced he's shady as shit, but got nothing to go on.
Nothing to go on.
Yeah.
Well, I hope your number 2 Jelena's nearby with that reef viper. Let's go.
Rain, how far away is the airship?
Other side of town from the docks. Or the port, sorry.
There you go.
Well, Dockhand, are you gonna lead us there, or are you just gonna watch us all stand around?
I mean, there's only one way to the water. Follow me.
You want me to fly over, grab the ship, and bring in some heavy support?
Wherever it is, it's very far down. I cannot see anything from here.
Is the game paused for anybody else?
Oh, I paused it.
Yes.
Yeah, I paused
Oh.
it. Because I have to spawn these guys. One sec.
Hi, Fluffer.
He ducks behind
Never
the tree.
mind.
And points towards the waters.
Over there.
Yeah, I see now.
I'm a
Oh
pause
boy,
it just
Sea
real-
Swab.
Pause it real quick. As you look out towards the docks, you see that there are indeed some creatures emerging from the water. The ones that you see immediately, at least the merfolk looking creatures coming out of the water. Let's see if they have full art. They look similar to merfolk, but instead of humanoid heads, it is much more fish-like and horrifying. Their bodies are more mottled and not smooth, but they do not look undead. They are each wielding harpoons with long ropes tied to the end. A little bit more to the north, aside from the marrow that are sitting in the water, another larger marrow sits in the water. This one wearing a dress of kelp, a small bag at its side, giant cresting fin of blues and purples, wields a very important looking spear that looks like it's crackling with electricity within the water. Far and to the north, that have drugged themselves onto the land, are slightly more horrifying figures, humans that look like they've been drowned, with sunken, wrinkled skin and non-existent eyes, bring themselves up out of the water with dripping robes, and they let loose an unearthly cry as they emerge, water pouring from their mouth in an eternal gargle. They take their regurgitated water and place it upon the massive Sahagin that has also come out of the water, and wielding a trident about the length of an average car, the four-armed beast flanks a more important-looking figure, dressed in wet robes and wielding a crackling trident. It looks more like a piranha-headed man than anything else. Those things, the goblin says, pointing at the docks. I've never seen anything like that, and I didn't think they were friendly.
Yeah, none of this looks friendly.
Seaswab, what are you doing?
I just wanted to get to like the docks. I didn't see him like right away from my perspective.
Anyway, you want to come back to the bush?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's a Grabella position, not a Seaswab.
How do you guys even see them? Oh, okay, I see the tip of one. Oh, you guys still have Azrael's buff from forever ago.
Yep.
Oh, you do?
That gives you 120 feet of dark vision. Jesus.
Kozlo has dark
Look.
vision normally anyway.
No,
He's
no.
forever with us.
Azrael gave you 120 foot dark vision though, as opposed to 60. So.
To the north, after the deep ones have finished gargling up their precious water and placing it upon the Sahagin, the deep one steps forward with robes sloshing against the water. Ew. He points at the quivering goblin dockhand who's pressed himself up against the building in fear, knees trembling. Take us to your dock, master. We wish to parley. Go now. Dara!
Is this the guy next to us? that
No,
we're
it is
talking to?
another different goblin who is running
we
down
hear
the
that?
docks. You can.
Grabella's gonna step forward when he says that. Where is this goblin?
He's
All the way down there.
Be like
way
behind you.
to the north.
Oh, I'm on my way!
Another marrow has
mister.
made it up onto land and is watching the goblin and Grabella both meet each other near this building.
Hello, sir. I am
Grabella.
Dara. What can I help you with? My name is Dara.
Grabella, make me a performance check.
Needed help with this, goddammit goblin.
Oh, okay.
What can we help you with?
Are you yelling across the dock to the deep one that's to the very north, or are you just talking to this marrow right here?
Whoever's talking to the goblin.
He was the guy to the very north, so you're gonna have to do some yelling.
Okay.
What can we help you with? Oh god.
Grabella's trying to put herself just in front of everybody. Or is he further? Oh my god, there's so many of them. Here? Here.
This guy.
What can we help you with?
Are you the master of this dock?
In some ways, yes.
Seafolk's not gonna let Grabella. He's like, I'm in charge here. What do you want?
I'm the manager.
Grabella has her hand on her sword.
Seafolk's gonna kind of like stand up tall. Like Seafolk's got a little fear in his face, but he's gonna I'm Dockmaster Seaswab. I'm kind of in charge here.
Perfect. A contract has been broken, and we have come to collect.
Oh, contract. Could you give us some details?
Seaswab just like fucking like drops his head like, fucking Almus. Well, what contract and why does it concern us?
You have made a deal with the deep, and I come on behalf of the one who guides the waves. Cerise Flowborn has now taken control over Coranthia, and sends her emissaries to spread her word. Your contract with Nerys, you have promised her a steady supply of souls, but we have received none from your city, and our drowned army requires fresh blood.
Who is this contract with?
One of your royal houses bound to Maginox.
Well, we got a queen and a king now, so stuff has changed since then.
It matters not.
He's talking about the Hamaki slavers.
I'm sorry, it matters a great deal. House Vicadus and Victoria is dead, as is House Hamaki. So, I'll give you one chance to leave here and never come back. Or, every single one of you and your friends are going to die here. And then we're going to go kill Nerys.
He narrows his eyes at
Maginox
me.
is not home to flesh traders or slavers anymore.
Yep. You can make a contract with somebody, but that doesn't mean they retain their power now, does it?
Snarls, showing a row of piranha-like fangs.
There are no living representatives from those houses.
If there were, you're talking to the bosses right here.
She kind of like winks at Rain, like, I'm trying to keep my body in front of you, but you're here, so.
You're fine. Don't worry.
We will depart under one condition. Nerys requires the return of the skull of Narcissa Soulblight. She knows it is in Maginox, under the guidance of House Styx.
Actually, it's not. It's,
Actually,
very
House
much...
Styx has been raised to the ground. Rain just kind of interrupts Grabella and, like, side-eyes her.
The Deep One slams a hand upon his trident into the ground, and it crackles with lightning.
Is there any other things we can update you on? Like the fact that it's, not even in this kingdom anymore?
It is...
If you would like, you can go return to Nerys and tell her if she would like to do any further business or dealings with Maginox. She's welcome to come herself.
There you go. Invitation.
King Aris Lunesti and Queen Rain Silversong would be happy to discuss the future dealings of our kingdoms? Panthea Kingdom? Looking to sea swap Granthia Kingdom?
Well,
Democratic
I would like
Republic?
to see the previous contract just to get an idea here, but there's no shot it's going to be anywhere near close to what it was. As you know, there's no slave trading anymore, and there'll be no souls sent to the depths.
But you know, business can be business.
The deep one throws a small wet satchel at Rain. Just underhanded, like he retrieves it from his robes and gives it a little wiggle and kind of proffers it to Rain and gives it a small toss if she does not immediately take it.
Rain will mage hand it. What is it?
Inside are Lucia's glasses. The lens is cracked, and a large handful of Kire's hair.
So...
Bring me Narcissa's skull. And I will return your emissaries, or else they will become fodder for Nereus's army.
Is there something else we can give you? Because, like, that's not gonna be here anytime soon. Like, I don't think you understand how much that skull is not around here anymore.
It matters not. You know it is left, then you go retrieve it. We are generous, and we'll give you time to do so.
Oh, we can send one of you to go get it.
Can we get like 2 years?
No. You invite destruction. Return the skull to Nereus. Find it, or we will raze your city to the ground, and the seas will swallow your cliffs, and there will be nothing left but a soaking, sodden puddle.
And where are we to take it?
He opens another pouch and takes out a small but curiously dry map and holds it up to Rain.
In 1 week's time, return the skull to this island, and our emissaries will collect it from you. If not, we will return en masse, with the undead armies of Nereus Flowborn at our backs. Your pitiful town will be crushed.
I'm sorry, I don't think you understood me. You're not intimidating me. This is not a ransom negotiation. Where am I taking the skull? I will only deal with another ruler. You are beneath me. So, if I am to bring you a skull, where am I to bring it? Where is this Nereus?
The map will show you where to take it. You breathe air. I do not expect your shortcomings to delay the delivery of this skull, so I am giving you the option to deliver
Humor
it by
me.
hand.
And tell me where Nereus is.
Nereus.
Let me deal with the ability to breathe air or not.
Nereus is currently sieging Coranthia and turning their army into loyal subjects like myself. To see the depths is to know true power.
So you haven't actually laid claim to Coranthia. It's still a little bit up in the air, it sounds like.
He's quiet.
It'd be awfully awkward to split your army suddenly at such a critical point in your campaign.
There is a squelching sound as he grips the satchel tightly, and water drips onto the ground. You can see his frustration.
Grabella's like gripping her sword and just looking at you like, you say the word.
This is
Rain,
rather
I got
unfortunate.
acid for
I'll give you one last time. One last chance. Where can I find Nereus? Where are Kire and Lucia? I will take your skull there, personally.
Nerys is currently stationed to the northwest of Caranthia, through the coral tunnels of the abyss.
Does that mean anything to Rain?
Make me a nature check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Caranthia, you have a general idea of where that is, and he did say it was northwest of it. The abyss, you think, is potentially the deepest part of the ocean that is between Arctis and Xavia. But you are not familiar with the coral tunnels. It must lead down to the abyss somewhere. This is all underwater, by the way.
Oh, naturally. Very well. Then I suppose that's where we will meet Nerys to negotiate future dealing.
You will bring your air sack-laden chest underwater to the abyss. You will be crushed. The pressure is not for your kind. But I look forward to seeing the blood exude from all of your orifices as the pressure crushes your bones.
It's a date, then.
Last chance. You may return it to the isles above and near Caranthia as a kindness. Or you can come to the depths, the abyss, and die.
Well, like I said, you're beneath me. I only deal with Nerys.
Very well. You have 1 week, and then we release your friends to the abyss, and eventually you may see their bodies again, if the sharks do not get to them first.
He makes a motion with his hand to the Marrow, who jump back in the water, but still keep their heads above, peering at the group.
You will return the skull, and we will return your emissaries.
I'll discuss that with Nerys, I suppose, when next I see her.
Very well. There is still the matter of you owing us for the contract.
I owe you nothing. Have no contract with you.
Perhaps
If you would
we
like to
shall.
discuss the terms of a new contract, though, I would be happy to oblige.
Of course. Allow us access into your port's greater stores, and let us take what we need back to our growing army.
It's not much of a bargain. Not really good at this, are you?
We take your material possessions, or we take your people. The bird,
He points at Sea Swab.
we could use. He thrums with storm magic.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You would be much better off as a drowned.
Big fan of the ocean anymore. Kind of left that life behind already. But my queen over here is telling you to leave. I suggest you do it now before you really see what happens when you don't listen. I wish I could crackle with energy, but I don't think I can do that.
Oh, you definitely can.
Okay, then I want to do that. I want to crackle with like lightning.
Make me an intimidation check with advantage. You crackle with lightning, and the deep one does not move, though the priests to the north take a step back, their mouths opening and water begins pouring out. They begin to gargle, but stop as Seaswab ceases his display. The Deep One holds a patient hand up to the priests to the north.
Then you will leave us with nothing, a broken contract and no skull. Nerys will not be pleased.
Sounds like you guys made a bad investment. Got into business with the wrong people. That sounds like your problem. You'll have to square that with Nerys, not me.
The vampires promised they could unravel the secrets behind unlocking Narcissa, and they failed. 'Tis time for her to return to the depths.
I'm sorry, Grabella, remind me, is Narcissa the shit wizard who turned herself into a lich?
The one in
Right,
the mirror, yeah.
Whose skull is not even on this plane of existence right now.
I'm sorry, that's the person you're going to all this trouble for? That's really disappointing.
You cannot comprehend the power she commands.
He's usually really quiet and grumpy, honestly.
Like,
I've actually talked with her several times.
But she's just a lich, right? Like, the whole, like, bound herself to phylacteries, all that nonsense, right? For eternal life.
Is holding all the souls of her people so they don't go into the slow.
Silence your tongues! She is Nerys's master. You shall speak of her with respect.
Oh, she's... Oh, this gets good. Oh, okay. Drama. Okay. So Nerys is actually less powerful than even Narcissa is, and Narcissa's already a shit wizard.
The Deep One is getting visibly angry.
And to say she's above us when we've literally held her within our hands and or, talk to her is a little
Narcissa's
snooty of
skull
yourself.
is currently a keychain hanging from a reborn's belt right now. See, so I'm almost kind of laughs at how comical it is that, like, basically, Seaswab's playing on the fact that Rain isn't intimidated by how strong we thought Narcissa was, and like now that he knows that maybe Narcissa wasn't as strong as they were made out to believe, they're like, oh, okay, now I really don't care anymore about you.
You have given me enough information. You have spoken with Narcissa, and that tells me there is a way to free her still. Nerys will be pleased. With this information that you have given me, I will spare your stores then.
One question. Grabella, Seaswab, Kozlo.
Yeah.
How good are you all at leaving people alive?
People we like, we usually left alive. People we didn't generally weren't.
I pretty much exclusively deal in explosives, so...
And he just kind of shrugs.
So no subduals or anything like that?
That was kind of Azrael's thing, but like those weren't really people. Those were more like pets.
Alright, well, pretend one of them is a pet. Try to leave one alive for me. And Rain is going to cast Reverse Gravity.
Oh no!
Which I have to find. There we are.
50-foot radius, 100-foot high cylinder. I love this spell. Where are you putting it, Rain?
We're going to put it right here, right in front of Rain, Grabella, and Seaswab.
I have to read this because I've never heard of this.
Oh, baby boys! Oh, baby boys! A lot more than that should have been affected, though. I don't know why only like.
Yeah, I don't know why it only affected the Baron and the 2 hybrid priests. Oh, it's because there's walls blocking the marrows. And they only have their heads sticking out of the water. But I'll include them in the roll. What is it, a dex save?
It is a DC 20 dex, yeah.
Oh my god!
DC 20?
Lord.
Oh my god!
It should be, it should be all of these guys.
Oh no. Oh no.
I hope they got some high modifiers, because holy shit.
The 2,
what
two? There's another hybrid priest over here. And let me give you the dex save.
I was going to offer him a contract to fuck off and die, too.
I think it should also be the other Baron and also the whoever this fucking guy is. Archimedes.
Archimedes. Yes, one moment.
Archimedes, character from the best Disney movie ever made, Sword and Stone.
True.
Use your head, use your head.
We'll go for the Sahagin Baron, making the save. Nope. The hybrid priest up top. Nope. And the marrow up top. All right. I'm gonna remove some of these walls because apparently they are blocking spell sight. They're to prevent you all from falling in the water, but apparently. Oops.
We're bringing the water up anyway.
Yeah, we're bringing the water up. Rain, all of the emissaries from Nerys have started to flail as they fly into the air, higher and higher and higher, 100 feet up.
The Rain just kind of kneels down and like brushes the dock with her fingertips and whispers elven incantation, and like you guys just see at first like it looks like reverse rain as water droplets start to fall up out of the air and soar upwards, and then everything in front of Rain just lifts off the ground as if they're falling up into the air, 100 feet up.
Seafolk is just in awe right now. Like, Seafolk is just in awe of, like, he's speechless, just, like, watching this happen.
The remaining marrow and the, the shallow priest here, will immediately enter combat.
Yeah, that's fair.
I need everybody to roll for initiative. Except the guys floating in the air.
Oh, right. Initiative.
Boo. Oh my god, the pop-out works now.
It does, yes. You can pop out your character sheets again.
Oh.
Why am I suddenly not able to find... Oh, there it is.
Oh my god, why is this zooming in so far? Stop! Oh, 1 second, I have to change the stream view, because apparently it's like, I'm gonna zoom in super fucking far.
Hey, Rain.
Yes, Swangdoodle.
You have a preference on which of these dice first?
Just leave one of them. One that looks kind of important.
No, not this guy. Got it.
Kozlo, the Marrow Shadow Priest, a shallow priest that is directly to your west, emerges from the water, trident crackling with aquatic energy. What do you do?
While he's figuring this out, I just had an amazing vision of Wangdoodle and Kozlo as like the Mario Brothers with bombs. And I just had to express that. Kozlo in red because he's already green and Wangdoodle in green. Wearing little hats and throwing bombs and shit.
How long does the gravity thing last?
Plenty of time.
Okay.
Like, these guys are all, like, everybody in the radius is just floating 100 feet in the air right now.
Okay.
Maybe don't step in yourself, though.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on getting that close to any of them. So I will... I'm trying to create Eldritch Cannon. I can't get the thing over, so I'm just going to pull it out. We'll go Force Ballista this time.
Okay.
I never remember if that's like, because I always like end up summoning it in advance instead of mid. Okay, it's an action. Okay, so summoning the cannon is my action, but I can still fire with it this turn as my bonus action. So we're gonna shoot this guy over here, who is emerging from the water.
All right, let's see it. That'll miss.
Lame. As though we'll just sort of step the other side of the cannon as well.
All right, the cannon blasts the water into a mighty wave, and the shallow priest chuckles slightly.
And then we will insight.
What would you like to know?
I would like to know if these guys are vulnerable to fire. They're all fishy.
The fishy hybrid priest, these handsome lads, they're vulnerable to fire.
I fucking knew it.
Kozlo just starts cackling uncontrollably.
Mind
kind
you,
of cackle than what these fuckers.
they are 100 feet up, and your spells have range.
Oh, they do. It's 120 feet, but they do.
Yes! Very good, Kozlo.
It's gonna be like a fireworks show, isn't it?
Oh my god, Maginox is gonna have another celebration today.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fireball's range is 150 feet.
Oh god.
It's gonna be a different kind of. It's gonna be like, oh man, who's microwaving fish in the break room?
Oh god, it is! It's gonna be just like that! Like, oh!
And Grabella has kind of taken on the role of Dara, so Dara could go prep cannons or do anything else that isn't.
That ends my turn, by the way.
Just hitting swords and stuff.
You all would like start to worry a little bit at how insane Kozlo is now cackling.
Listen, Seaswap cackled with lightning energy. Kozlo cackled with
insanity.
The knowledge of insanity, yeah.
The marrow drags itself upon the dock, and its lower body looks like it's very awkward on land, but it is managing. And it will lower its crackling spear over at Kozlo, Grabella, and Seaswab. And he will cast a lightning bolt.
How far away is he?
30 feet?
No, he doesn't.
Oh.
And Rain is just gonna must target a token. Oh, okay. I guess I have to target a token for that. That's weird, but yeah, it's fine. Rain just reaches out her hands and just unravels his spell.
He shakes his trident and bangs it on the ground. Work, damn you! As suddenly the spell fizzles without... and he doesn't know why. Clang, clang, clang! Work, damn you! Summon the storm! Grabella, you're up.
Would you like me to hit first, Your Majesty?
I don't think you can hit anybody in that bubble. They're
Yeah,
all-
everything in the
think I
bubble's
can
100
either.
feet up. So you're gonna
Can
have
you
to pick a
stand
different
behind us?
target. Yeah.
Hi.
He looks up from banging his spear on the ground up at Grabella. Huh?
It doesn't seem like this is going well for you so far. That seems very unfortunate.
Where are my dang spells? Trying to find my freaking fire breath. There it is.
Oh, burning hands.
We starting the bad smell, boys and girls.
All right. He fails the save and takes.
Gorilla just leans over and breathes fire all over him.
He's still standing, but most of his scales are singed, and it smells like somebody's been microwaving salmon in here.
Gross.
You can also, Grabella, you can easily get rid of templates by right-clicking your Burning Hands template buff on your character. It's in the top right corner of the screen.
Okay, Grabella knows looking. Boop. There we go. And that'll be. I'm gonna rage. F it. We're doing it.
Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna get hit this round, so hopefully that works out for me. Wait.
We're rich. Yeah.
Grabella's cackle is not nearly as scary like Kozlo's, but you know, she's getting ready to get the job done. And that'll end her turn.
All right, next up, a marrow to the south. Oh, he doesn't move. He's gonna move 5 feet and jump in the water. And he's gonna move underneath the docks. 5, 10. He is gonna be in the water to the raging Grabella, and he is going to, stab at you with his harpoon. The first one missing widely. Oh my god, I rolled a 1.
Land is really not y'all's thing, is it?
The shallow priest looks down at him and says, "Drag them into the water. We will come back with a body for service." He puts the harpoon away and gets out his grabby hands. Wangdoodle, you're up. There's a bunch of flying fish.
They're all useless at 100 feet, right?
Oh yeah, they can't do anything.
Great. I'm just gonna get them within 70 feet of me. This Baron looks important, right?
There are 2 of them, but yes. They look like terrifying warriors.
Wangdoodle, atop his ornithopter, points his gauntlet at the nearest Baron and activates the Vortex Warp.
Okay.
Nice.
It's making sense now when like a few maybe months ago, when I think maybe when we killed Brixis, where I was like, hey, what would happen if Combos fought Ascended? And everyone was like, oh, Ascended would like steamroll Combos, and it all makes sense now.
The Baron makes his save and grips onto the edge of the docks with sharpened talons, unable to be teleported.
Well, that stops me for right now. This is fine. I'm going to strategically reposition myself, and God, what do I even have as a bonus action I can use now? This failed. You know what? Let's insight that guy. Why not?
What would you like to know?
Any resistances?
He has no resistances.
Perfect. Okay. Well, he does a good job of stopping me from moving him. Probably should have picked a smaller target. I think that'll be it for my turn.
Yes, sir. The next merfolk to the south, swimming underneath the docks, will double move. Swim, 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 swim. Swim, swim. Oop, we can only go right here. Rain, you're up. There are a bunch of fish flying in your gravity well as you concentrate on the spell. You can hear the deep ones hissing in, either Aquan or Infernal, you're not sure, but it's a lot of curse words.
Yeah, that's fair. Rain is going to activate Blade Song with her bonus action.
Don't say it.
And step away. These are the only two guys that I can see, right?
There are two there, and otherwise the others are out of normal dark vision range.
Yep. Do me a favor, everyone. Maybe keep the guy who's been talking this whole time alive. Kill everyone else.
Sounds like a plan.
Kozlo just continues cackling uncontrollably.
This is more fun to Kozlo than like having the money and like owning a bar. This is his true passion in life.
30. I actually could get to the other side of him with Blade Song now. Oh, yes. Okay.
Oh, we flanking.
We flanking now.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Grabella. Can you distract him for me?
What the fuck is
Yeah.
this?
Hey, guys. You want to be set on fire more?
And Rain is just going to draw her sword and attack.
23 hits. For 18 points of damage. You slice
18
into
points
the
of
priest.
potpourri.
Of potpourri. You slice a massive gash into the shallow priest, and he recoils, clutching his scales. Looks at his own blood as if he hasn't seen it in quite some time.
Oh no, Green Flame Blade is broke.
Oh no!
But we will throw Green Flame Blade in there. So it should be...
Oh, that's a great ability, actually, yeah.
Fire damage on the second creature increases 20. So it should be... Okay, so it should be 2d8 fire damage, and then 2d8 plus 5 fire damage to the other guy.
Okay.
So on the Shallow Priest, he takes 11 fire damage.
Okay.
And the Marrow next to him takes 9 as the flame arcs over.
Right. There's a sizzling in the water, and both of the priests look down at their singed scales, something that hasn't occurred to them in, well, possibly ever. And they look at Rain with a new fear. But it's not Rain they should fear. No. It's the small grain psychopath behind them.
You'll figure it
It's a
out
good
soon
distraction. That's good enough for rain. Yeah, that'll be it.
Sea swab?
Alrighty, so they're 100 feet in the air. So anything I have has to have like 100 feet plus, however far they are away from me, right?
You would have to have 100 feet range on your spells exactly, unless you have is an extended spell. The sorcerer one that extends your range.
No, I don't have that because
I think it's spell sniper, maybe.
Spell sniper, yeah.
Oh, I do have spell sniper. Okay.
So if you want to start attacking guys in the air, you can use a spell that has 100-foot range, or if you're a spell sniper.
Oh yeah. Alright, we're just gonna go right here.
Get it, Sea Swap. Get it.
Oh no, I'm cackling too.
They just are like, yes! Oh, fuck.
It's 4, but hold on, not done. I am going to cast transmuted spell to make it fire.
Oh no!
And I think that hits the 4 of them, right? Oh, 5 of them. Sorry, it should hit both barons and all 3 priests. Well, except for the one on the left side over there.
Can you put your template down? I don't know if it actually hits.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm trying to find the stupid...
Oh, you can just recast Lightning Bolt and place the template without consuming the spell slot. That's also fine.
I cannot open my character sheet again for some reason.
Try refreshing real quick.
It let me set the template when I first cast it.
It might have disappeared, but I can put a new template down, or you can put one down. It's
I'm reloading right now.
It's a Ray template. So it would be something like this.
Oh, I'm just loading back in now.
Oh, good. And when you do load back in, the templates is the second button from the top, and then the ray is the almost the very bottom one. It looks like the 2 arrows pointing up and down. You can make your own ray template and see where the lightning bolt hits.
Just click and drag. Okay.
I see 1, 2. Yeah, so you'll have to choose. You can't hit, yeah, because it's only 5 feet wide, so you can't hit both priests.
Alright, I'll just hit the one on the right. That's fine.
All right. Do you have a damage button on your lightning bolt that you can hit?
I do.
Hit it.
Oh my god, are
30
they okay?
damage. Okay, so that's gonna be fire damage. I'm not sure if they're gonna be okay. Dex, it's gonna be a dex save. Sorry, I have to do this manually because your lightning bolt got all fucked up.
Are they disadvantage for a dex save since they're just floating in the air like balloons? Just curious.
What does the gravity say? If it gives them disadvantage, I'll definitely
It doesn't specify anything specific there. It just says that they bob there at the top if they don't hit anything.
They get the normal then, unless it will specify otherwise. Dex save, normal. The priest is gonna fail in the front. I'll just do it again for the priest in the back. That one will succeed.
Yeah, so dexterous while floating in the air.
And then they get like twist and move their bodies a little bit. What's my DC on that lightning bolt?
It should be 14, I believe.
All right, so he fails. And then the Baron in the back. He will succeed. So the two in the back are going to succeed, and the two in the front are going to fail. 30 fire damage. This priest is going to take, because he's vulnerable to fire, going to take 60 fire damage. The Sahagin Baron takes 30 fire damage. And the two in the back will take 15 for the Baron, and 30 for the priest who saved. See, Swab. A lightning bolt made out of pure fire arcs up in between the priest, the two barons, and just bounces around between all of the creatures that are floating in the air, and the hybrid priests shriek and gargle. They do not seem to care for the fire at all, and their robes are quickly combusting.
He's gonna look up at the Archimedes guy that's like floating right above him and goes, You should have played this better, buddy.
Death will not stop us. It just makes us stronger.
And man, I'd stop you, but it's gonna be incredibly painful. I want to insight check this archdiocese guy. Whatever.
Sure. Archimandrite. What would you like to know?
I just want to see hit points so I can fuck him up a little bit later.
Oh, sure. He has not taken any damage yet, so you're going to see a full bar.
I just want to know how much I can, rough him up.
Sure. There you go.
That was my turn.
All right, next up, the last marrow in the back. We'll double move. He's going to go swimming under the docks. Kozlo, you're up. Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Kozlo
Get
just
him.
continues cackling uncontrollably, reaches into his bag, pulls out the biggest bomb that he's ever pulled out.
Oh God. Well, you're
there's no gods here that can save anybody.
He's just continuing to just lose his shit as he slowly puts it in his Lakaz stick and just chucks it up into the air at all of the guys that are just floating up there.
Oh, God.
And I will cast Fireball.
All right, where you put that template down somewhere nice.
I'm gonna laugh at Kozlo, just high rolls this and kills the guy.
Oh my God!
He has done some insane fireball damage.
The goggles, does that do nothing?
They do nothing. The gargles, they do nothing.
Just barely can't get the guy in the back.
Close.
Oh my God.
It is the biggest bomb ever. Roll damage.
150 feet. God, I forgot how far fireball goes.
So I'll just casually roll 8d6 fire plus the additional 1d8 from my arcane firearm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you hit the damage button, yeah, it should do it. Okay, they'll all roll automatically. The automation's working again, so.
My fucking God.
Oh my God. The marrow only succeeding on the save, one of the priests immediately explodes into a gout of water, not blood, that rains down upon the docks. Another hybrid priest takes the full force of the fireball and is now free of all of his ritualistic tattered clothing from the ocean, flying nakedly through the air. The marrow still survives, but is incredibly charred. the Sahagin Baron, the central part of the fireball, has lost all of the fins on his face, plus at least 3 arms. And now sits there, floating in the air on the brink of death.
Your Majesty, we might need to get that talky guy out of there sooner rather than later.
Nah, it's fine.
Fair enough.
Let's see. I will also. How high is this right here? Can I like hop down?
Oh yeah, it's just like 3 feet.
Okay, Kozlo's gonna reposition to get a better angle for his next attack. He's not like it does technically mean that he's in a safer location, but that's not what's going through his mind. He wants to be able to see them better when he blows them up next time. And the cannon.
I just gave you color vision for a second.
Oh, right.
Right. Azrael blesses you with eyes of night.
All glory be to Ezreal.
Kozlo's just like.
Thanks, Azrael.
That end your round, sir.
I need to decide who the cannon's shooting. I think the cannon's pissed off at the marrow now. The one that like didn't get hit. Well, did get hit, but didn't take as much damage. The cannon's gonna shoot the marrow.
Okay. Oh!
Oh my fucking god.
Okay!
That's what you fucking get.
This is what you get.
Oh my god! That's what, 68?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're
Immediately,
okay, guys.
the cannon aims, fires, and just fish chunks begin to rain down upon the docks. Splat, 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 splat.
What's the chef's name?
Zeskub?
Zeskub? Yeah.
Somebody should maybe call Zeskub so this doesn't go to waste.
All the fish parts drop into the water underneath. And you see fish greedily eating up the chum.
Cannon will take a step over here and do a little proud dance.
Make it dance. Make it dance.
Very good.
Oh, right.
I was gonna say, you used to be able to make it dance. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful.
Next up will be the Marrow Shallow Priest. However, it is 9 o'clock. That'll be the end of the session for today. We will finish up the battle in Maginox Port, as the fish people have come calling for the skull of Narcissa's soul blight upon the request of Nerys. But Nerys now has your allies from the south currently in her possession and threatens to release them into the abyss if she does not receive Narcissa's skull. I'm interested in seeing how this plays out.
You guys are about like 3 weeks too late on that. God.
Almus was all like, ha 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 ha, now we never have to fuck with Narcissa again. And Christina was like, and I took offense to that.
No, I knew it was coming back to bite us in the ass multiple times, as many times as possible. But Azrael
This
was
would have
always
been
like,
easier to
no,
deal with.
it's
Rebella
fine.
came into the docks back then instead of having to go save Charlindra.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it would have been a whole different host of problems if you didn't stay in Vicaris, or if you did stay in Vicaris. This story is always changing. Yeah, I mean, like this is always changing depending on what you guys are doing. So nothing is set in stone in these stories. You guys could decide to ally yourselves with Nerys and become sea people. Sea monkeys, that's fine.
Maybe we'll still do that. We just don't like these guys in particular.
True. But we will find out more when we come back next week. I do believe Kozlo will be out next week?
Yes.
Okay. So we will wrap this up without Kozlo.
Sunken Temple can't be that hard, right?
And then,
We'll see.
yeah, we shall see. But I will plan on Kozlo being out. If Kozlo can show up, it's also fine. But we'll finish this up before all of the evil merfolk take all of your boats that are coming from the southern continent, bringing glorious alcohol. And Sea Swab's former friend, Captain Almuseth, is a renowned smuggler of alcohol. And it would be very good to have his services within Maginox. You get some premium booze at cheap prices.
Why isn't he here helping us? Lazy fuck.
Well, it seems like he has led the fish to your doorstep so he could save his own ship, but also...
I don't know, I looked at that dude's art. That sword is definitely for show.
But anyway, it's been a very exciting stream. Kozlo, are you streaming after this?
I am not. I'm taking a couple days to recharge.
All right. Very good. Well, then that will be the end of the session for today. We will continue the story next week. Thank you for joining me, everybody. You're welcome.
Fun time.
Have a good night, everybody.
Night.
Night. All right. My Arctis friends, that is it for the session today. Well, thank you for watching. Catch our shorts and our funny moments over on Play Arctis on Twitter and TikTok. You can follow us. We post some shorts from the episodes, but we have VODs in full on YouTube at ArctisDD. And I'm your DM's Arena. Hey. Thanks for watching. And we knew the skull would come back and bite them in the butt, but apparently a contract is up. Contract has been violated. And now they want the skull back. Interesting, interesting. Well, it's going to be hard to get because it's currently with Azrael in the plane of fire. So that might be a problem. But we'll see what they do next week. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the very exciting stream today. We got 130 gifted subs. Thanks to a very generous viewer from Kozlo's stream. Thank you very, very much. And thank you for supporting Arctis. And welcome to all the new subs. I cannot name them all, but I'll name our active chatters. Nukiyashi, what's going on, etc. Hey. Goose, what's going on? Jody, you're already in the session. Thanks everybody for watching. Congratulations to everybody who got a sub. Show off your snowflakes in chat. I see all your chats, even though I don't respond. I do want to respect my players' time. Because we only get to play 3 hours a night, so I don't really chat with chat very much. But I like to take the opportunity at the end of the session to give thanks to everybody. So huge thanks to Ash to Mouth for the huge, massive sub train today. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for supporting Arctis. Hope you enjoyed the session. And we'll see you next Monday at 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.